Well,
AEW
it was a big week. AEW,
kind of stole the spotlight.
they released their, what's it called? Well, let me break it down. AEW released their newest pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, their second pay-per-view, but their first pay-per-view under the AEW umbrella.
Mm.
So, Double or Nothing, first pay-per-view ever on Saturday. And yeah, seems to be everything people are talking about today.
Yeah,
Very much so.
John Moxley, the Goldust Cody.
Yeah, Goldust Cody, Jericho and Kenny Omega, Young Bucks against what's those other guys? Like, honestly, I'm gonna forget a lot of names.
I don't know the roster.
It's brand new, but at the same time, the brand new. It's not exciting, but it's intriguing.
They're definitely getting a lot of attention from people that are not even into wrestling at the moment. Like a friend of mine, that clip I sent you.
Okay.
A friend of mine that stopped watching wrestling a while ago sent me that.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, that's major because that's somebody who used to watch it. Now you're getting like the generation, the lineage. He remembers Dusty Rhodes.
Exactly.
He remembers, before Goldust when it was Dustin and that whole,
Okay, so he remembers the natural, like when he
Yeah.
used the natural.
Yeah.
Okay. But
So even him knowing the parallels between Dusty and Dustin, Cody and Dustin, so that's interesting. I thought that was really interesting that they have the attention. He even said himself, I might start watching wrestling again. Because he was like, I started reading up on it on AEW, and he's like, I might have to start watching. So,
the
Vince,
AEW,
watch out.
truly. Let me pull this pause, but let me pull this stuff up. At the same time, what were your overall thoughts of the pay-per-view?
John Moxley, man, that to me is like, because I'm so used to wrestlers having that non-compete
Yeah.
and not being able to show up right after being released or leaving a company. I thought that was really dope. It reminded me of the time when Rick Rude showed up on
WCW.
Raw and
The Nitro.
same night. So it's very rare that you get somebody who
That
has that
actually
name.
exposed that WWE was pre-taping.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's when they're like, you know what, we gotta start going live because we can't have that shit happen again. And WCW kept telling all the results on
man.
live.
That was the greatest. Anybody that used to watch wrestling in the late '90s and remembers, not just not just Bischoff, but Tony Schiavone used to do it too.
It's true.
Yeah,
But
that was dope.
related back to AEW, that vibe feels like it's coming back right there.
Yeah,
Because after this pay-per-view, like with this pay-per-view, a big takeaway for me was that a lot of the matches that stuck out included former WWE members.
yeah.
So,
And the big difference between WCW, well, I wouldn't even say WCW, but I would say TNA. You've got a guy running AEW that not only knows the business,
yeah.
was heavily involved. He's second generation owner.
Oh, okay, Tony Khan, you mean?
No,
Or are you talking about Cody?
Cody.
Okay.
But you have somebody who's
Like the main
that-
owner is what's his name? Tony Khan.
yeah, but Cody is definitely the figurehead.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
he's the guy that's really gonna bring everybody in, because if he feels that passionate about it, and you see guys like Jericho and Moxley and the Young Bucks, sooner or later that's gonna be the farm. Like that's
Yeah.
gonna be where people
Well,
go to
that's
after
second option.
they don't have to go to Impact or
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor or anything. Like
But at the same time, AEW has that opening that you're able to work with other people because Moxley, he's working their next pay-per-view, but he's going to Japan too.
yeah,
So he's allowed, like,
because it's a different business model, right?
yeah.
So
So basically, through the show, the Casino Battle Royale, the pre-show, Adam Page, same one who was supposed to fight Neville,
okay,
he won that. I really learned him from that pre-show, Kip Sabian defeated Sammy Guevara. Can't speak on that.
I like Neville though, man.
Yeah, he won't be.
I really wish. See, Neville and Evan Bourne were two wrestlers that I thought in WWE that really should have been given the reins
I think
to do what they want, because in there, and even though they were in the same division, I felt like Neville, they could have put him in with the heavyweights.
But I
and
think
they
that's was the plan, but he was just like, I'm not losing the Enzo.
come on, man.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
that's what I'm saying. They got to give guys like that the reins, because they're not just regular wrestlers. They're game changing guys, man.
You know what?
You know.
I gotta write this down. So we're gonna talk about this, because I find like with a lot of wrestlers, the Dean Ambrose. Did you get to hear the Dean Ambrose? Or sorry, the John Moxley interview with Jericho?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
But
so
we were talking
we'll get
about
into
it.
that,
Yeah,
but I just want to put that in there as well. Okay. So, truly, I don't know most of these. SCU, who's Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky.
Christopher Daniels is dope.
Yeah, they defeated Sema, T-Hawk, and Linda Man. Roll was telling me SCU was wicked, so I was like, okay. Britt Baker defeated Kylie Ray, Nyla Rose, and Awesome Kong. She came out.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah, Awesome Kong.
Oh,
came
see,
through
now I'm
like
going to have
that.
to watch it.
Yeah,
Man.
Awesome Kong. I hear Britt Baker is like really, really, really dope.
Okay.
I hear Kylie Ray as well. I believe Nyla is the transgender one.
Okay.
So that's their way of showing like they don't give a fuck. Like they just don't give a fuck. You're a woman. Boom, get in.
Yeah.
You know, the best friends defeated Angelico and Jack Evans. Don't know much. Hikaru Shida, Ryo Abi, and Ryo Mizunami defeated Aya Kong, Yuka Sakazaki, and Emi Sakura.
Okay. But the thing about this that's dope is like I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm like now I want to check it out that much more.
And ego-wise, the fact that I don't know most of these names, I feel away. I'm going to figure out these people, like, straight. So, the ones that I really watched when it came to the Cody match with Dustin, that shit was, to me, I'm like, that's like match of the year. The way that whole match played out.
I saw the end, because of the clip I sent you, I saw the end.
Oh, just the ending? So you didn't get to watch the whole thing through?
No, but I will.
Bro.
I will, though.
Watch it all the way through. I'm like, this is match of the year. To me, the biggest thing when it came to the ending, I felt like they dragged it too long. They should have, like, actually, not that they dragged too long, but when I watched it, every match will say, like, the big matches give at least 30 to 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. Their matches.
And how many matches were there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But yeah, the big matches had got at least like 30, 45. Yeah.
Okay.
The big matches had like 30 to 45 minutes for sure.
Okay.
But like Cody like went from heel to face, you know what I mean? Like within the match they were doing little different things. Brandy got kicked out.
Brandy's so fun.
Dustin got his head split open.
I saw.
Like, and I think he got it like the hard way, so it's just in his eyes. Like you can see him sitting there, he's like, fuck, like it's in my eyes. But he kept going.
Yeah.
But when it came to the ending, I was like, so Dustin, Goldust, I want to say Goldust, but Dustin does the crossroads.
Okay.
To Cody, but the way he did it was so wicked because he picks him up in the air and then he spins down, boom, instead of like Cody where he just on the floor, you know.
Okay.
So he put a little variation to it.
Put a spin on it.
You see it. So then, after he did that, he went to pin Cody. Cody kicks out. Cody comes back. I believe. Oh shit! Cody comes back and he hits him with his. Boom. To me, I'm like, it should have ended there. I'm like, actually, in my head, I was like, if this was WWE, they would have ended it right there. Mm-hmm. Like, boom, you got yours, done. Yeah. But then they kept going where they kind of traded back and forth, and then they back and forth traded hits. Then Cody finally got Crossroads again, done.
Well, I will say this. Even though I didn't see the match, I did earlier this week watch a clip of Dustin, and I don't know if it was this year or last year, but he was talking about when him and Cody were in WWE, and Cody was Stardust, and they had their match at WrestleMania, and how disappointed he was in the way they wrote the match.
Yeah.
So he was like, I wish we could have, because it's WrestleMania. His whole thing was, you don't get WrestleMania back
Yeah, exactly.
again. Like that was the time to
Brother versus brother for the first time.
to do what they needed to do. So he was really, he regretted the fact that they didn't get to do everything they wanted to do. So maybe in this match they did what they wanted to do.
No, they definitely
maybe
did
not.
what they wanted
Maybe
to do.
not what they should have done.
But no, they told the story they had to. Like when you watch it, as Cody came in, it's like it's brother versus brother, but it's generation. He's the attitude killer, right?
Yeah.
So it's that generation. Like so, they're going back and forth.
Yeah.
He even does like see Goldust and shit. So it's like it was a wicked match. And then at the end, Goldust is sitting there. Cody walks out, and then he comes back, and he's like, "No, you don't get to retire now. You don't get to retire now." He does the whole speech. He's like, my next match is me and the partner I'm choosing.
Yeah.
And this. So I was like, this is the first time I've seen like a match like this in a very long time where the wrestling actually mattered.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, okay, they're going through a match now, I'm trying to figure out what the storyline is now. I'm actually like sitting there like, holy fuck, I haven't done this in a very long time.
Well, you wonder, because of, with the WWE, they're a publicly traded company.
Yeah.
There's way too many cooks in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
but in the end,
they've got to answer to a lot of people.
They do, but last word is always Vince's.
Yeah.
And then they always say,
but
rewrites always come to Vince.
Vince is going to do what's best for business.
No, he does what's best what he thinks is business. If he knows what's best for business, like the reason like the Attitude Era really came out was he noticed that the fans they wanted more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well he had to keep up.
That's what it is. That's what I hope comes up with this AEW. Just that fact that he has to compete for talents.
Yeah.
It won't be a TV thing because he has his money. He has that shit, whatever.
Well, these guys are with TNT now.
Yeah, they were TNT, but I mean, they're still a different day. It's not like with WCW. They're both on
it's a
Monday.
new day?
It was a new day, Like, they're going to either get Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what I mean? And then SmackDown was already pushed to Friday, and Raw's on Monday. It's not
when does
like
that kick in, by the way?
September, I believe. SmackDown.
Oh, that's still some
SmackDown.
Okay.
So it's like they compete, but they're not competing. You know what I mean?
Sorry to go on a random rant. I am King Random. Poor SmackDown. SmackDown, not Raw has been Monday forever. SmackDown has had to. It's gone it's probably done every day of the week, other than the weekend.
Yeah, I've seen on Thursday.
They've done Tuesday, they've done Thursday, they've done Friday.
Have they done Wednesday?
I don't know.
I don't think they've done Wednesdays. Wednesday was always main event.
Okay, but yeah.
You used to always say poor SmackDown, but then SmackDown would be like, at least I'm not main event.
Yeah. So you highlighted this wrestlers versus actors. What's that about?
Well, actually, with the AEW, what'd you think of the Jericho and Kenny Omega?
I haven't heard about it.
You haven't seen?
I haven't seen it.
To me, it was a basic Kenny Omega. Like, Kenny Omega's style is gonna have to change a little bit to be interesting to Americans.
But I don't think he's like, if there's anybody that can change up their style, I think it would be him.
Probably.
He's done the whole, reinventing yourself.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know much about Kenny Omega, but just from what I see, but him and Jericho, dope. John Moxley, Dean Ambrose came out. I pretty much felt like he was Dean Ambrose. Like, it was just Dean Ambrose amped up.
Yeah, he changed up his gear a little, the facial hair and stuff.
And he kept doing dirty. Every time he's doing the dirty deeds, you could hear them going, DDT! They always pause. DDT! It's like, you guys don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
But
that's going to happen with time.
Yeah. But then I remember when I was first telling you about it, and you're like, WCW. It's like WCW. And I'm like, that makes sense. It's they're pretty much the same character, but just over here with a different name.
Yeah.
And it's what it is.